Hey everyone, welcome to New Bear. I've had a request for a video on layered rings, so I thought that would be a good one to have a look at today. Normally I'd prefer to have my shuttles wound with continuous thread, but I'm using two colours so it's easier for you to follow. To be able to make layered rings, you'll need to know how to work split rings as well as how to join to the second side of a split ring. There's links in the description box if you need help with either of these techniques. We have shuttle 1 and shuttle 2. All our rings have the same stitch count of 6 picot 6 picot 6 picot 6. Using shuttle 2, we're going to work a ring starting with our 6 and we're up for our picot. Picots in this ring are all joining rings. Now I always make my joining picots really tiny, but we need these joining picots to be about the size of a small decorative picot. And you'll see why a little bit later on. So that's about the size that I like to make my picots. We finish out our ring. This is going to be our floating ring. If I was working with continuous thread, I would turn my floating ring to the side, set my hand up for a split ring. The first part of double stitch comes down to about there. So I need to leave a small gap between my floating ring and the next stitch. Since I'm using two colours, I'm going to take shuttle 1 and start a split ring, working 6 picot 6 picot 6. That's the first half of our split ring. So again, if we were working continuous thread, our floating ring would already be attached and we would simply work the second side of our split ring. But because our floating ring is not already attached, we need to do that. So make sure your floating ring is the right way up. Place up against your split ring, leaving that small gap I was talking about earlier, and use shuttle 2 to complete without hooking it on your finger. Complete the second side of your split ring. So this is what you should have at the moment. We have our threads coming from the split ring back to our shuttles, and we have the tails from where we joined our floating ring to our split ring. I'm going to tie my tails off and get rid of them because I think they just add to trying to confuse everybody. So I will do that and be back in a tick. Okay, so this is looking a lot better. We don't have those tails flapping around and distracting us. We have our floating ring off to the side and our split ring. We're going to start our next ring with a count of 6. We want this ring to sit as closely to the base of our split ring as we can. So pull the first stitch right up to the base. And we're doing 6. We're ready to join. Now this is a double join, so we need to join our floating ring as well as our split ring to the ring we're making. So with your crochet hook, go down through the first picot of the floating ring, twist it around, go down through the last picot of the split ring, pull up a loop, and make a normal join. Finish out the ring with 6 picot 6. We're ready for our next ring. So again, it's a normal ring. Have that first stitch sit nice and close to the base of the previous ring. Make 6. And we're joining again. So go down through the middle picot of the floating ring, through the last picot of the true ring, pull up a loop, and make a normal join. Finish out the ring with 6 picot 6. Our final ring is a split ring. So again, we start with 6 double stitches. And with our crochet hook, go down through the last picot of the floating ring and the last picot of the true ring. Pull up a loop, and make your regular join, and work another 6 double stitches. Drop your shuttle, pick up shuttle 2. We're working the second side of our split ring. So make 6 double stitches. We're ready to join back to the base of our floating ring. Now this one is a little tricky to get on camera, so I will do my best. See how we go. Take your shuttle to the back. We want it higher than the join itself. Come down through the base of the floating ring. Reach over and pick up the core thread. Pull up a loop. Get myself all tangled up. Grab your shuttle, pop it through that loop. Now that is going to put our core thread, the pink thread, on top of our work, and we need it underneath. So pull your core thread through the back, taking your working loop at the same time. Pass your shuttle between the core thread and the working thread. Goes through here. And adjust your threads. Make sure that your core thread still slides. And finish out your 6 double stitches. Close the split ring and we're done. I hope that helps. See you next time.